Everyone, and welcome to a broadcast. This is Iflowboy, and I was just doing some minor livery updates, on a couple of vehicles. Some of you who have watched previous broadcasts will have heard me talk about my friend Old School. And so what I've been doing is, over time, going through each of my liveries that I've already done and basically putting an Old School decal on each of the liveries. So just finished doing that just then and uploading it. Obviously you saw that wheel spinning, as they say. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a show, if I can find one. I put a new livery up. I should have probably shown you before I jumped into here, but I'm here now, so I'll just talk about it, or I can maybe bring it out into the room that I go into. I did what I'm calling a protest car. Those of you who know the game know that as you play the game each day, the game gives you a reward, and that reward is what they call a daily gift car. And ever since I've been playing the game, and most of the people that I chat with, friends and otherwise, have all said the same thing, that they repeatedly get a proliferation of Japanese cars awarded to them, and a lot of those cars are fairly average cars, to the point that you effectively build up a pile of the same basic cars. And the frustrating thing about it is that each time the gift car feature comes up, or the process of you getting the car, there are 4 cars that are presented to you. They rotate around on like a turntable kind of thing, if you like, and then randomly, supposedly, it lands on one of them, and that's the car you get. And nearly every time there are really good cars amongst it, and sometimes there's 3 good cars and an average Japanese car, and you keep getting the average Japanese car or Korean car. So I developed a protest car, which was a pretty basic livery. It basically just has a big red backboard on the side of it, on the side of a Hyundai, and then in big black letters it says, please stop giving me crappy cars, crappy daily gift cars. And I will jump into it, and how am I going to show you, because it's on the side. I'm not going to be able to show you, actually, now that I think about it. It's this car. If I do a search on Hyundai, I can bring it up here for you. Manufacturer Hyundai. And to prove the point, I have already deleted about 5 or 6 Hyundai cars. I have never bought one and have no desire to buy one in the game. As I said, I've already deleted 6 odd Hyundais, but you can still see there that I have 9. So that means 9 times I've been gifted. See this car here? I think I've deleted 3 of them, and I think I've deleted 3 of them as well, and maybe 1 or 2 of these. But this is the protest car, and I really don't know how I'm going to show you it in this space. So you'd have to believe me that big red banner on the side has text on it that says what it is, or you could go into Escapes Photos and you could look for Iflowboy and have a look at all my photos and see it. So what am I going to do, because this isn't exactly what I envisaged for the room to go into. So I'll go back out and I will try to target a similar room in Tokyo that'll have a cruise or something like that going on. Let's have a quick look here. There's a day cruise at Sardinia, which isn't a bad place to be, I suppose, for a cruise. Chill drive. Just having a quick look here. Trail practice. I don't know what that is, but anyway, we'll have a quick look and see what we see. Anyway, what I did with the protest car was I wrote my comment to go with it, which was basically, if you're in the same boat as me and you're tired of getting all these rubbish gift cars, or crappy as I called them, please like this photo and repost it, and hopefully it'll get lots of reposts and lots of likes, and then it'll come to attention of somebody, hopefully within PlayStation or Polyphony, who make the game, and hopefully they will change something about the game so that we don't keep getting the rubbish cars. To be honest, I'd rather not get a car at all. That's how bad I feel about when I get one of those cars as a gift card, because I get plenty of money. I can buy a car if I want it. So if I'm going to get a gift car, I'd like it to be a car that I'd like to receive as a gift. Not a car in the game that nobody buys and so they've designed the game to give it to you. To me, that makes no sense, to treat your customers that way. Anyway, that's my conversation out of the way. Interesting, Tomahawks. Just see what lap times they do. I'm going to go and have a look. If they're at the track I think they're at, I know I can do 57s, but I'm interested to see what other lap times people are doing. I'm just going for a sticky beak more than anything. Curiosity. Oh, there you go, there's the side of the car, you can read the sign there. Please stop giving crappy gift cars. Oh, and I also put the words dud on the front and the back and on the roof, I think, from memory as well, and even on the rear wing, I think, too. Yeah, there you go. So there it is, that's the protest car. I'm probably not going to do a lap, or... well, I might, I'll see. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll have a look. There's the car. We'll enter in, we'll have a look, see if they're doing competitive lap times. 1 minute 13. Well, he's a bit off the pace, isn't he? Oh well. I shall go and show them what's possible. Wonder where they're losing all their time, because I can do a 57 like I said, so... Sorry if the volume's loud, I didn't realise it was that loud. Oh, okay, it's a different track, so I'm not sure about the time around here, but we'll see. The key to this car is just get your eye in, because everything happens very fast, as you can see, and the key is to... Oops, see, that was bad by me. Now I've got a penalty, but that's okay. Oops, turned in too early again. It'll take a little second for me to adjust. Oh, I got my brake point way wrong then, sorry folks. Now I've got more of a penalty, I don't know what that means in terms of the lap time, but anyway. Now, even on my outlap I pretty much blitzed him, so I expect that I'll beat him by a significant margin when I go around the track again. Oh, Sean. Sorry folks, that wasn't my best effort. And I did it again. I just turned in too late and I've copped another time penalty. Oh, there's another one. And another one. Oh boy, what tyres am I on? I'm on the right tyres. And again I'm struggling to pull it up, which is weird because I'm pulling up at the normal brake point. Oh, good work, mate. What a turkey. Seriously. Might as well let the penalty run off. Now my tyres are shite. God, I hate when people do stupid things in this game. So I'm going to be down on speed as I go past the start finish line here, so this lap will be impacted by that. As you can see, I should be doing 600 plus, but I'm not. Just again. It's better. Just gotta get the turning right. Oh, holy Moses. Oh, come on. Maybe I should turn my microphone off because I'm not having a good time here. I broke a bit earlier and that sort of fixed it a bit, but still concerned about my penalties. I'll be in for a bit of a shock when they see my lap time. And it's not even a good lap. Should be able to get to a minute. That's what I should be able to do. Oh, done it again. You told me to hit that corner. Penalties keep ruining my lap time. Now they're going to be in the road, they'll probably slide out again and crash and do whatever they do. Yeah, see, should do a 101, but the penalties don't register the time. Now I'm going to get held up by these two being in the way. Penalties again. Alright, let it run off. Let it run off because I want to record the time. Oh, for God's sake! Problem is these two clowns getting in the way. Oh, for... Okay, take your chill pill. Take your chill pill. Let them get in front of you. Let them get away. Don't worry about this lap. It's kind of frustrating when you know how to drive a particular car and you just don't get in your rhythm. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully we'll give these guys a good gap here. Give them a good gap. And we'll try to do a clean lap. Surely if I give them to the end of the straight, I'm okay. Don't start off in first gear, that's a tip for you in this car, because the power will just... and gently squeeze the throttle before you get going, and then you can floor it. I'm down on speed again, so I'm not going to have an optimum lap time, but I just want to get through the lap clean. That's what I want to do. Oh, and again I've done it. I've stuffed it up. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lap, and then when I get on the straight, I will let the time clock wind down. Turning too hard. Oh, I've just screwed it up, basically. So I've backed off a few times, so I'm now going to have another penalty I've picked up, and I'm not even braking properly. Come on, time, run off, run off, run off, run off, run off. Oh, come on, I'm not accelerating hard, go away. Oh, come on. may swear this lap, just warning everyone. Dude. Come on. Oh, you... Why did he do that? Start the race. Great, mate. Good on you. Well, this is the most ridiculous idea I've seen, because we've got all these penalties and two guys that I don't think know how to drive these cars. All they do is just get in the way. And back right off. Yeah, and there you go, that's what happens. Warning. Now I get a penalty for that, I'm guessing. Not using any of my boost, just couldn't be bothered. Whoopsie, doopsie. And again, give me another penalty, I'm guessing, because I've gone outside track limits. Seriously. Sorry folks, I'm driving very scrappy tonight, I apologise. Oh, there you go, there's another example of it. How many walls can I whack? Stay inside track limits this time. Yay. 1 clean lap. So I'm backing right off there. keys. Just do little inputs basically, but do them at the right time. Come on, time, go away. I want you to wind off. It's not touching, it's not even moving. I haven't accelerated for over 7 seconds. Not one bit of time was coming off. As a result, oh, they've both left, they've given up. Oh well, might as well finish the race and get the money. I'm going to work on that time now, I won't have a disturbed track. It's about as fast as I think I can go through there. Straight. The braking done nice and early, keep it on the track. It's interesting, the braking dynamic seems to be different on this track. Yeah. Definitely have 1 minute in it. We're just not driving well enough. No, I can't get through there like that. And then I've messed up a rhythm. Oh. It's not like I'm going to get the chord, is it? Close. Maybe my throttle's getting stuck, I haven't noticed, but my throttle is sticking. So it could well be on those down changes at the end of that straight for the tight U-turn or double apex hairpin that, excuse me, my throttle's sticking, that's why I'm getting that rev limiter bounce. Oh, Sean turned in too early. Oh man. Boy. Oh well. Not using any of the energy system at the moment, I'm just driving. It's not like I need to. Whoa. Back out of it. Well, outside limits. See, I don't get that. My car just wouldn't turn in then. I was getting massive understeer. Get rid of the penalties. Get rid of them all. Okay. One last crack at it. The last lap of the race. No, turned in too late. Game over. Not going to make that up. Another tip for people driving this car with the boost, do not do it while you're putting any steering angle on because your car will just understeer. What it does is it basically drops all the aero. Well, they add it then because I put it on too early. Yeah, no rev limiter then, so maybe my throttle was sticking before, which wasn't very helpful, but anyway, it is what it is. I made up time, but with the penalty I probably won't beat that time, I'm guessing. Oh, I did register it, but not at a minute. Yeah, that front error, the first corner was very costly. Anyway. So that was a half race, I guess. I had a competitor for 4 laps, I think. Oh, not bad credits. Not bad credits for that 8-lap race when you consider I was doing, you know, basically a minute a lap, so 8-minute race. Not too bad for 52,000. Okay. I guess we'll move on to another room. That noise you can hear in the background is my mobile phone. It's not really listening music. It's a game that I left on when I turned the broadcast on. Oh, there's a car show. Oh, it's Captain Morgan. We know him. We'll join. If you watch a couple of earlier broadcasts I did tonight, and they're very short and there's no audio, it's just me showing a couple of cars, a couple of new ones, and a couple of ones that I've had and don't use very often and weren't actually finished livery. So tonight I actually finished them. So they will be in the 2 short broadcasts that I recorded earlier before doing this audio-based broadcast. So if you want to have a look at those, you can. Included in that broadcast is my brand new M3, E46 M3, and for those of you who haven't seen any of my other broadcasts, I used to own an E46 M3, so of course when they released it into the game 2 weeks ago, I've gone a bit crazy, and what am I doing here? I've actually done 4 or 5 cars already. I've bought 4 or 5 cars, and done the liveries. I've done a couple of nice ones. What are we doing here? We're driving, are we? Looks like we're driving something. Just a car, any car. Okay, well I might jump into the M3 that I'm talking about then. It is this one. It's a chrome-based car. I've kind of realised that I've done a lot of chrome cars. I haven't done it by intention, but there's something very appealing about the chrome look to me. So so this one I've done. I'll zoom out so you can have a better look at it in the sun. There it is. There it is. Obviously M-Power livery, and using the M colours, M3M number plate. Obviously Iflowboy at YouTube there, but you already know that because you're watching. Where are they all gone? Oh. Cleaning out, is he? Might be clearing all the witches' hats out of the way. Which I will help him to do. I like to do the run along the line, but I may not be able to do it from this view. Of course, there's no damage on, so it doesn't matter if I whack a wall. Oh, don't know where he is. When they're on a certain angle, they're harder to move because they kind of act like a witch's hat would act under your car. Get the right angle though on the move. That one facing me over there on the corner, that one will be tricky to move if you don't attack it at speed. That should be it. We should be all clear now. I don't know what the category is, but I get the feeling I'm in the wrong car. Ah, okay, Group 3. Alright, we'll go and get a Group 3 car. Which I'm happy to do. I've got a few Group 3 cars. That many. What haven't I bought out for a while? Well, this Mustang's relatively new. I might as well give him a crack. I did do a new Audi as well. Where's the Audi? Going blind. There should be another Group 3 Audi there somewhere, and yet I'm struggling to see it. That's interesting. Oh, there it is, that one there. I might take it out, just to see what he thinks. I only did this livery the other day. I like the blue colour. I think it's called Montego or Laguna Blue or something like that. Sorry, the volume's a bit loud on the car, isn't it? Just adjust that. Oops, wrong button. Let's try that button. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Valentino Rossi fan, obviously. The Doctor's number 46 just there. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a different kind of livery, I guess. Sorry that it doesn't allow me to take you around the car in any way. Just wish it did have that feature. It used to have that ability where you could look at the car at all different angles, but in this game it's kind of gone. Anyway, we'll just live with what we got, I guess. Don't know what the German guy's doing parking next to Captain Morgan, but I suspect he doesn't know what we're doing, because he's not in a Group 3 car, he's in a Group 3 road car. I suppose it qualifies, but I don't think he understands what's going on. Maybe I could educate him. And to do that I use my hand controller because I hate typing on my wheel. So he might not know, he might not be I haven't seen his name before. So did he move? Has he got the hint? No. Where's he gone? Back in the pits. Definitely don't think he's been in car shows before, because he'd know not to disappear into the pits. I don't know what you think of that livery that's next to me. I've said a lot about liveries that have got all this anime and mural and pictures and people on them. Yeah, look, these are cars, and to me, your livery shouldn't extend beyond showcasing the car. And I'll use Captain Morgan's car as an example. People look at it and go, that's fantastic livery, and it probably is as far as a piece of art goes. But my question to everybody looking at it is, where is the car in all that? Because to me, the car has disappeared, and in its place is a nice piece of art. So I'm not critical of the people that design those liveries, because they're very beautiful, and as artwork goes, they're fantastic. But I just think you lose the car. The car is hidden, camouflaged. Whereas with my liveries, you have no doubt it's still a car. So, yeah, I won that round, but, you know, it was only me and another guy, so I think Captain Morgan probably figured the other guy's livery was a copy, and he knows all mine are originals, so that may have been why I got the nod. I'm not a real fan of having car shows with only 3 cars in them, but you've got to start somewhere, so I don't know what we'll go with here. Let's go with let's go with 70s cars. I don't know how many I've got to choose from, but it seems like a reasonable category to try with. Oh, gee, I hate it when it does that. That's why I hate using the steering wheel to type. Now they'll jump into the lane in a second. You'll see those 3 arrows disappear. There goes one. There goes the other. And then the final one will probably get to the final corner, crash and do the same. Depends. I'm on Racing Hard, so I don't think I've tuned this car because it's brand new. I've done something though. Oh no, I haven't done anything because the traction control is flashing. For those of you who haven't seen my broadcast before, I loathe traction control. To me, this is a game about your driving skill. And okay, I have ABS on because the pedal feel on my pedal set is not like a real brake pedal, so it's extremely hard to modulate the braking to the level that I could on a real car if I was really going around a track. So I leave ABS on, but I have it on weak, and that is the only driving aid that I ever use. So if you ever see traction control flickering on my car, the one thing you'll know for sure is I've just done the livery and I've just brought it out to a show without doing anything to the tune, because it's the first thing that I turn off. It's the first thing that's in the setup. Most of you will know that is the traction control. So alright, I better exit because they're probably waiting for me. I need to pick a 70s car. I don't have to because I'm the judge, but you know, it makes sense to do it. 70s. Oh, I've just finished that guy. Let's take him out. This is a Pantera, or as I've called it there, if you look closely at the number plate, a Perterra, because it's a purple Pantera. Just noticed an interesting red. Ah, okay, I didn't fix that. The @ symbol is effectively over projected onto the back of the car, so I need to fix that. So you can see I've done something with this car because this was actually a redone livery, not a brand new one that I just happened to need to finish. So I see Captain Morgan's in one. Thought we had another player. Oh, here we go. Super B. I don't know. The number of people that I've seen come along with Super Bs that have got hardly any thing done to them, and they come into a car show and I don't know, they think that they're going to get rewarded for it. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, but I'll let people know we're starting soon. And that's my other pet hate, what this particular gentleman is doing at the moment, which is turning up at the car show area and then doing donuts. Don't know why. Don't know why they think they've never done it before, or they think people have never seen anybody doing it before. But yeah, I don't get it. Come on, Mr. Italy, Nicola Tesla only, sorry. That's the front of it. I hate it when the headlights are up. I don't know how to turn them off though. I just need to go and read about the game to see how I turn them off when it's out in daylight. I'll flick them, but it won't let me turn them off. It's very frustrating. Anyway, let's go judge. Ah, that's what he did. He went and grabbed his Pantera as well. Guess he figured his Pantera was a better looking car than his Lancia Stratos. But anyway, let's see. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, see, I mean, that's probably not too bad, alright? You're not losing the car in all that. But I don't think Rocky ever drove a De Tomaso. I think he drove Lamborghinis from memory, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know, and you look at Captain Morgan's car, which I'll slow down, you get a better look at it. You know, that's a car livery, right? There's no debate that that's a car. That one, you know, piece of art, no problem. You know, modern art, Andy Warhol kind of stuff. Pop art, I guess. But it's not a billboard, it's a car. And so therefore, I have my 1, 2 and 3 decided. I'm going to do it from the back. Alright. Our friend Papadan gets third. I'd like to give him some words of encouragement, but not sure I can. Very novel livery, that's I guess what I can say to him. And first goes to Captain Morgan. Question is to you folks, would you have given me a prize if I was in that lineup with this car? Alrighty, I think they've all flown the coop, have they? No, not all of them. Oh, we've got a Mazda. Did that all on his own, folks. It's Classic mid-engine car characteristics of handling. If I lift off now, the rear end will step out, as you just saw. But if I keep at least some throttle on, it generally will go where you point it. So again, a bit of throttle there. And if I just back off the throttle around here, look at it stepping out, look at that. So you know, they've done a good job on the driving or handling dynamics of this particular car. Oh, you did. Thought that was obvious. There's 3 cars in it. I gave what's his face, Papadan third and Nicola second. So I guess by a process of elimination, Captain Morgan got first. Ooh, favourite car. Well, my favourite car in this game, without doubt, is this one right here. It is my dream car, and it happens to be skirting a fairly unique livery as well, which I'll give you a quick preview at the back and the front, which you can't see in this darkness, so we'll go out and then we will observe. Papadon doing then? What do you think I was going to do? Suddenly be able to brake my car from 0 to from 300? I don't know why people do dumb things, seriously. Anyway, they do what they do. So there you can see the front of it. You probably can't see all the continuation of the lines down the side, but I've done all these joining lines. You can see the black lines become the blue lines when they're over the matte black finish paint, and you can't see them there. The rear wing is massive and it blocks most of the view from the back, but trust me, their lines continue. It's kind of like a weave, I guess I'd explain it, a random weave of lines. Anyway, it usually goes pretty good in car shows, so we'll see how we go. That skyline there is not too bad if he's into that kind of look. I mean, clearly it's a wrap because the lettering is backwards. I'm sure if I went on the other side that would say react in the right order, but as you can see at the top there, it's react backwards. So to me that says he's downloaded a wrap and he's just stuck it on either side without actually thinking about the way the livery should land on his car. Could be a lack of awareness or knowledge around how to use the livery tool, but clearly he's gone and done like a duplication. Not a duplicate on reverse, but flip horizontally and vertically, and that'll do that to letters. It'll spin them around the wrong way. If you did a duplicate on reverse, it would have rolled over the right way. Don't know where he is. Is he still looking? I was going to jump out of the lineup, go down the side and have a look at the left hand side of the car. If he's now thinking about it, I'll do that. See if I can get in between the two cars, so you can see on this side. Yeah, see, oh no, it's got it the wrong way. Oh no, it's right there. See how it says REACT, react, and then on the other side he's not. So that's a you know, if you look for telltale signs of people that aren't quite familiar with the livery tool, that's one of the things that you can spot when they do that. It also tells you, you know, okay, they've created their own livery rather than downloaded one. He's probably going to give that guy the award, even though his livery's back to front. Anyway, what do? I could type a message to sort of point out that he's flipped his livery incorrect, and he has given it to him. So it's very rare that my car gets beaten, so he's in a Skyline, he's in a Skyline. Let's go. So you can run those other dudes down before they change cat. Unlike the, honestly, sorry, I was about to say, unlike the D Tomaso, even though this car's also mid-engined, it doesn't have the same stability issues on throttle lift-off. I'm getting a lot of understeer, I don't know why. Well, I'm going to bring out one of my new Lamborghinis, I think. Or I could bring out my JPS. Oh no, I'll bring out my Lamborghini. New Diablo. White or the yellow, I can't decide. I like both of them a lot. Where's the white one? There's the white one there. And there's the yellow one there. I'll go with the yellow. What's everybody else doing? SVT. Yeah. Somebody else has gone out with the GT like I'm going to, but they look like they're in a different colour. The only reason I checked is that the standard colour that this car comes in, I think is the yellow. It's one of the main colours anyway, most people seem to have. I've done stuff to it which has made it look a fair bit different to the standard, but even so I'm mindful that if somebody else takes the yellow out, I probably wouldn't want to be in the same car. I'd much rather go for the white one so that I'm different. Okay, Group 3 Ferrari or Group 4th Ferrari, 458, and whatchamacallit, so where'd the Diablo guy go? Oh, here he's in a Countach, is he? Look like it. Oh, yeah, there you go, like, that to me, I don't know what you people think, but I just look at that stuff and I go, yuck. Because yeah, to me, I don't know. It's just you lose the car, and you know, these kind of cars, they are beautiful to look at. But when you put stuff that takes away the lines and the contours, like that car, it just, yeah. Oh, I'll do my usual. I haven't done it yet. I should do it. Oh, I hate people that do that. What I generally do is I generally don't reply to the judge if I don't agree with their decision. It might sound arrogant, but hey, they have a right to judge my car, I have a right to decide how I respond to it. So... if he gives it to this plain boring Ferrari, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. What's Captain Morgan in? Nah. Sure Captain Morgan downloads most of his liveries from memory. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. No, what do you do? The game allows it to happen, so nothing you can do about it. I should have really persisted more with the double award car shows that I started running, where basically downloaded liveries got judged amongst themselves and self-mades got judged amongst themselves. Electric cars, geez, I don't know if I have that many to pick. I think I've only got one. I don't think I have any others, I could be wrong, but it's the only baby I've got. It's a new Porsche Taycan, or as my number plate says, Tri-Can. If you can see that, Tri-Can. Anyway, I try to give my number plates a bit of a novel. Oh, I don't know, that's electric, is it? Is that electric? Okay, I didn't think it was, but anyway. Now what is that thing saying? I have no idea what that is. It's a very interesting looking thing. I'm going to tip it to download. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that isn't Captain Morgan's livery. But again, you know, I just look at it and I go, eh. It's an interesting contrast between the car show we did last night, which was a really good car show actually. And when we did the lineup of 60s cars, it was probably the best lineup of cars of any car show round I've ever been to. All of the cars were beautiful, the liveries were immaculate, and most of them were self-made. I think there was maybe out of 9 or 10 cars, I think maybe only one was downloaded, and the rest were all self-made. And geez, that was I should have taken photos actually. It was just a really good lineup, but the whole show was really good. The attitude of all the drivers, the cars, the choices of categories, just was really good. It's very humid here in Brisbane at the moment. I've got the aircon on. It's like 11 o'clock at night almost. We've had very muggy days the last 3 or 4 days. We get a lot of humidity here. Yeah, it's a hybrid. People are funny. It's electric cars, not a hybrid. Otherwise he would have said hybrids. Not a petrol powered car or a diesel powered car with a tiny little electric motor that kicks in between 100 and 150. It's a bit of a quiet show, so I'm kind of thinking I might end the broadcast. It's not really happening. There's not a lot of great cars being brought out, I don't believe. So rather than continue to take up YouTube storage space, I might end the broadcast. And I hope you all have a good day or a good night. And we'll catch you next time. I better wait for the judging, so as soon as the judging's done I'll end the broadcast. Which hopefully will be shortly. I think he's done 2 or 3 drive rounds now, hasn't he? So hopefully he's worked it out. That's a wrap, in case you're wondering. Basically you can download a decal wrap like on Captain Morgan's car, and you basically just stretch it all over the car. It's a really easy way to come up with a livery. Yeah, I don't know whether he's sort of giving me 3rd place all the time because he knows I didn't vote for any of his cars the other night. Mainly because I know that he uses downloads, so I don't tend to reward download liveries unless everybody else is in one. Wow. Interesting. He's got an interesting style or different taste to me, that's for sure, so... steering this too. And it's interesting, you know, when you get in a room full of people that really know how to do liveries, you know, like last night, everybody in there that knew how to do liveries, you know, I see Captain Morgan doing his judging and he downloads all of his, so he doesn't really have an appreciation for what's easy to do and what's not. You know, look at Nicola, whatever his name is, and all he's done is he's picked a colour shift paint, 30 seconds effort, and then he's grabbed a decal, silhouette decal, and basically the wrap on it and that's it. You know, whoopie doo-dah, it's a decal that 1,000 million different people could download at any point in time, so I don't understand why a judge would put it above other liveries that they know the person has done a lot of work on and is individual. Anyway, it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to take my JPS out. If I don't win, I'm going to leave this show because these clowns haven't got a clue. That's it from the back. That's it from the front. It's probably had more likes than any other car I've done. And if Captain Morgan gets picked as the... Oh, good work, dickheads. What are you doing? Are you looking? Clearly can't drive to save themselves. But if old mate Nicola, whatever his name is, picks Captain Morgan, then it's a clear indication they're just buddies and they just keep picking each other, which is kind of warped. But there you can see that's absolutely a download livery that Captain Morgan's in, as he always is. Looks like Nikolai's got some kind of... Here we go again. Same guy, different car. You know, to me, that Renault's a download, by the way, but as a livery, it kicks the shit out of the other guys that are here with their stupid murals on them. What is that thing? Tesla. Alright. Tesla on an Alpha, that makes a lot of sense. See, these guys probably won't understand the work that's involved in doing my car. They won't understand that this is a gold chrome car that I have had to eke out all the other colours on to get the red and the black, but if the wheel arches, which you can't see from this angle, they start off with the chrome. So yeah, you have to pre-plan the use of the chrome paint. Old mate next to me, he hasn't had to do anything like that. He's just whacked his paint on and put his little white skirts on. Similarly, the Infinity guy, it's just layer upon the base coat. But for me to have done what I've done on this car takes a lot of work, because you've actually got to figure it all out, because you've got to retain the gold chrome whilst you do the livery stuff that you do. Yeah, unless you watch the broadcast of me building a chrome one, you're probably hard to understand, or if you've never done design, you don't understand the layering way it works in the livery editor. But when you start with a chrome paint, you can't use it again in the livery editor. So whatever you're going to do as far as a livery is concerned, you've got to work around that fact and allow for certain things to get your stuff to work, like putting the JPS badges on and then doing the lines on the bonnet, for example, and working that so that the gold's still there. It's yeah, it's very tricky. So yes, I would have been amazed if my car didn't win, because it's probably one of the best designs in the whole game. Gave me a whack at the start. I was genuinely trying to get inside him because he wasn't using the racing line. You can't drive. So this would be a good indicator of the caliber of designs. This was the category last night that had the best lineup of liveries that I've seen in all of the car shows I've been in, and I've been in hundreds, so I've seen thousands of cars. It was the best lineup I'd ever seen in a single round. So it'll be interesting to see what the caliber of car that comes out in this round, because these guys aren't using their own liveries. I went with the Corvette yesterday, I think, from memory. Pre-80s, so it could be this one. I think I went with that Corvette. Since I'm not being judged, I might as well go with oh, okay, American Muscle. What am I doing? Yeah. Corvette. I go with the Camaro. Yeah, that'll do. Some very boring challenges by the look of it. A Z car. Don't know how he figures that one fits into the brief. It's an aftermarket car that's done in the 80s for SEMA. Anyway, what do you do? I think I'll have a break up this round, give myself an ice block. I like that Mustang. I haven't even gone up close, but I like it. Captain Morgan's looks nice and clean, the Nova. No, it's a rusty thing. I'm not a fan of the rusty thing. Boring Corvette. Rusted out Chevy Nova. I don't know. Boring Mustang, boring Challenger. Another stupid Tesla looking thing. Bruce Lee this time. Alright, okay. And a car that I don't believe actually should be in the category. What do you do? That's what I mean about the caliber of vehicle tonight versus last night. When these guys do their own thing, it's pretty, I don't know, average. I know some of you might be listening saying I'm being arrogant. I'm not being arrogant, I'm trying to be objective and effectively critique the vehicles on their merit. Yeah, wow. Not much to be excited about, apart from the Mustang. I like the Mustang. What was old mate's name? Not concentrating. Oh yeah, Mendeleebi, whatever, York is it? Yeah, York, okay. I think it's York, Nicola and the Mustang, right? That's what I'm thinking. The rust thing, yeah, been there, done it before, seen it before. York. Third. Why am I using this? Sorry. Whoops. Second, Mr. Tesla. And old mate's first. What's his name? It's Red Flag, and it's Lucas, is it? Continue, is it Lucas? Yeah, Lucas. It's Lucas. Oh, sorry. Goes okay. I really should buy another one of these and do a Red Devil tribute. Red Devil is there was a previous Camaro in GT6 called the Red Devil, it was, or GT5, and it just looked beautiful and it sounded awesome. And there's a pedal issue going on there. You can see the ABS flashing up. That's my pedals have been getting stuck lately. I need a good clean out. Really long. Wow, that's very specific. Wow. Between 2000 and 2005, you get the feeling that he wants a particular car. Let's have a look. That's funny. Let's have a look. Between 2000 and 2005, so we're in here. So he wants an M3, obviously. Do I go with that one? That one? That one? That one? That one? That one? There should be another one somewhere. Oh no, that's all of them. That's 6, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this is the newest one. Oh, you've already done a few of the, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Go with the end zone, bought it for a while. Oh, I can go with that one, that's unique. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'll go with that one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Probably won't. I don't think it'll raid. Somebody likes it. What's this clown doing? He obviously can't see me. What's this clown doing? See Captain Morgan's car, so I don't know what he Oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry. I shouldn't swear on broadcasting, but I just get over this using the steering wheel. And then it does this. Get off. Where is he? Is he hiding? He's not here yet. Someone's leaving. Could be him. No, Nicola. Someone said hi to me before. Who was that? This one in particular was hard to do with the chrome because it's two-tone, so you can see that the gold is there. So on the top half, so you start off with the car all gold chrome in this case, and then you have to do your black top coat, if I can call it that, on the top part of the car in a way that you continue to expose the gold chrome underneath. So in particular it's a tricky one to do, but it looks good. The photos you see, there's a couple of photos in Photoscapes photos I should say. So I don't know where Kilogram is. He was in the pits, but I can't see him in the lineup. Maybe he didn't enter, I don't know. Maybe he's gone. Maybe he left the room. I tell you what, I'm overseeing those Fast and Furious liveries like East Skyline, seriously. It's like Martini cars, like Red Bull cars. I'm like, come on guys, enough. Did the JPS ones because hardly anybody's tried them because of the requirement to do gold. This moron. There you go. Pretty sure Yorks isn't self-made. parting comment. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks very much everyone for watching. Don't know if you read what I just wrote there, but basically I said the room owner seems to want to judge cars that hide the vehicle underneath rather than highlight it, and it's fair enough, but not in the same mindset, so good luck everyone. Alrighty, thanks for watching, thanks for downloading, etc. Please, if you do like whatever else is on my channel, please subscribe. That'd be great. Thank you very much for watching.